In this example, we want to be able to identify the correlation coefficient, correlation of determination, and linear regression equation. First, we need to create a residual plot to determine if there is a linear relationship for the data. Before we begin, we want to turn our diagnostics on for our calculator. So let's check. In your calculator, you need to hit Mode, scroll down to where it says Stat Diagnostics, and make sure your Stat Diagnostics are on. That will make sure that you can easily calculate the correlation of coefficient. Now for this problem, it says to reference a previous example that uses the educational proficiency data. This is the one that talked about the individual states and related the percentage of reading and math proficiency. Before we begin, it's going to be important for us to turn our diagnostic setting on so that way we can find our correlation coefficient. First, hit Mode, scroll down to where it says Stat Diagnostics, and make sure that you turn your Stat Diagnostics on. Now, in my list feature, you will notice that I have the values for the reading and math proficiency percentages. Let's construct our residual plot using the step-by-step instructions. I'm going to hit Second and Stat Plot. Make sure my plot is turned on. I have my scatter plot icon. My X values are in list 1. To be able to find my Y list, again, you can follow the instructions by hitting Second, Stat, scrolling down to Resid and hitting Enter. I will then hit Zoom 9. Notice that because I have a scatter plot with no discernible pattern, this has a linear pattern or a linear relationship between the two values. Since we have determined that there is a linear relationship between the proficiency in reading and math, we now want to be able to find our correlation coefficient and linear regression equation. To do this, we will follow the steps listed here. Using the same data, our steps are to press Stat, Calculate, scroll down to number 8, which is our linear regression equation. Again, my X and Y list are shown. Make sure the frequency list is blank. Scroll down to Calculate and hit Enter. You're going to notice you have a lot of values here. First, we have our form of our linear equation. The linear regression equation is the same as our least squares regression line. This is y hat equals 11.0358 plus 0.8226x in percent. Again, remember your rounding rules for A and B are 4 decimals, and you must also record a unit. Now let's look at our correlation coefficient. Rounding to 3 decimals, we have the value r equals 0.809. Additionally, our coefficient of determination, this is the value of r squared, also rounded to 3 decimals. These values indicate that we have a strong positive linear correlation.